The 4. Young steps up, and he's sacked. It's a safety. That's a safety. Devondre Sweat. Who are these Longhorns on defense? Unreal.
Just after the play, this might be a flag on Texas. Watch as Young gets corralled.
Personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting, number 0, defense. 15-yard penalty. That's in the previous spot, automatic, first down. The previous play is under further review.
Roughing the passer, it looks like that was an Olay play.
They can review the targeting aspect, but the roughing the passer part you cannot review. So even though we think it might not be because he's not even down at that point, that's not going to be reviewable. So they should take off the targeting, but they will then enforce the roughing the passer, which will give Alabama a first down.
Boy, what a huge break for Alabama. And again, the coverage downfield. Gus, how many times are we going to see on third down Bryce Young holding the ball? You know, Young's not even down here. Look at that. He's still up when that kind of ball comes out and he tries to throw it.
That's a horrible call. The targeting call is horrible, and the roughing the passer call is horrible.
Listen, he
wasn't down, as you mentioned.
I don't disagree. I think that the official has a really hard time seeing whether he's down. He's got to anticipate that he's down.
Hold on, Mike.
There is no foul for targeting or roughing the passer, as the foul was described incorrectly to the referee. The only foul that we reviewed was the targeting, as there was no roughing the passer called. Fourth down.
Holy cow. That was wild. And he's being explained. This is wild. I've never seen this. Scott Campbell, our referee, said, Mike, he says it was explained to him wrong and that he shouldn't have announced roughing with targeting. Is that correct?
That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying at this point that the description was targeting and that was the roughing the passer penalty, the targeting aspect, not roughing the passer with targeting, but the act of targeting was the roughing the passer. So that's the way they got around it to take it off. Now, the one thing you can question that as to what they might discuss or how they discussed it, but in the end, you got this to where it belonged, which was no foul. And I think that's probably the most important part.
And because he got the ball out and wasn't down, it's not a safety. And are they ruling that was a forward pass, so it's incomplete? Because the ball rolled out of the end zone, Mike, which would have been a safety.
Yeah, and so they can't get involved with intentional grounding.
Correct.
That's one thing they can't get involved with in instant replay. So they ruled that it was backward, and they ruled that it was an incomplete, that the arm had basically started forward.
Wild.